Alright guys, I didn't expect to be making a video this early. I do have something new coming tonight, so there will still be a regularly released video around 8:30 this evening, but there was a massive series of videos this morning by a bunch of prominent YouTubers talking about the fact that Maximum Gold is now out for them, at least. They were able to do some unboxings, get a look at a bunch of Maximum Gold sent to them directly by Konami. We didn't get that, unfortunately, because we're not there yet, but I would definitely love to. So Konami, if you want to send me some free product, by all means, I'm not going to complain. That being said, I screen grabbed some of the best reveals from that to kind of show you guys, anyone that might have missed those videos. This set is looking like it's going to be loaded, and the most impressive thing is that the golds don't actually look like garbage, like the ones from pretty much every other gold series except the first one. So we'll go through these relatively quickly. I don't have the full spoiler list yet. I presume something will be out, and there may be a few golds I missed, but I think I got 96% of them probably. There were a few I didn't really screen grab because they're kind of irrelevant, but these are like the noteworthy cards from Maximum Gold. There are some decent rares too, all of the barrier statues, a bunch of Dark Lord support, so there's a lot of stuff in there that I think is going to be worth picking up. Hopefully it'll be findable. But that being said, before we jump into the video, I'm just going to ask you guys too, if you have not already, click the subscribe button. Currently we're at 3,112 subscribers. We're trying to make sure we stay at or above 3,100 by November 1st. If we are there, we'll be doing a giveaway for the month of November for anyone that is subscribed to the channel to have a chance to win. So go ahead and click the button. I mean, it takes you like half a second. We try to post videos once a day, if not once a day, at least multiple times a week. And let's jump into it. So first off, you see Appaloosa here. We saw this alternate art before, but it just looks awesome. I think the gold looks really good. I'm a huge fan of this art. And the gold outline around the monsters themselves, which is just so underrated compared to like the old ones where they just slapped a whole gold slab onto the thing and that was it. I'm just not a huge fan of that old style, but this looks really good and it's like defined but not over the top. So huge fan of the Appaloosa. Like I said, we knew that was going to be in here, but I definitely wanted to start there as I think it's really cool. Gold Solemn Judgment, it's fine. It's not a bad reprint. I mean, it was in Secret Slayers, but another reprint doesn't hurt. It looks pretty solid. I don't know that I love the gold on traps, but I might feel differently about that when I actually can kind of hold it in my hand and look at it, because the camera angles that I grab these from are, you know, obviously a little bit different than what it's going to look like when you have the card in front of you. Alright, this is one that is nuts in my opinion. I love this art, and you know, some people are going to be kind of hit or miss on it. Fantastical Dragon Phantasmate got an alternate art. He looks like he's charging into battle. He's got some Digimon shit going on there. I don't know, but he looks cool. I just think it's such a better art than the original. People may feel differently, but it's cool to see this get another print. I mean, it was in the Megatins, it was in Dual Overload, so this should be affordable now. Like, if you want a copy of this card, you should be able to get it for under $5. Definitely not a bad addition, though. He looks cool with the gold outline around him and everything, and it sort of pops the color out, so I'm thrilled about this. I like it a lot. We've got Elder Entity Intus, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people thought was going to be the case. That wasn't too big of a shock, but as a gold rare, should drop the super down from, you know, $6-7 to a more affordable price. And for those of you playing decks like Dogmatica, getting your hands on a copy of this that you can actually have at, you know, budget prices will be nice, and it is a rarity upgrade if you like the gold rare. We've got Stratos. We saw this one already. He looks like he's maybe has stopped working out a little bit. He's got a lot of heaviness going on down there in the middle, but he's neat, and it doesn't do it for me as far as the art goes compared to the original. But some people are gonna love it, and if you're a hero collector or you play heroes and you just want to have a gold version of this, I mean, by all means, you got yourself a neat looking copy right here. The art doesn't really blow me away, but I'm sure some people are really gonna like it. Alright, Zodiac Dryden. I must say the Xyz look awesome here, and this angle isn't the best because the lighting's kind of off. Like I said, I screen grabbed these from a lot of different YouTubers' videos just to be able to show, because there was no, like, database pictures of them yet. But this is Zodiac Dryden. Now, as far as I can tell, Broad Bull is not in the set. I didn't think it was going to be because of the fact that, realistically speaking, it's still banned, and I don't see them taking it off anytime soon. But I thought maybe they'd reprint both. Doesn't look like that's the case here, unless that's one of the leaks that we haven't seen. So, remains to be seen on that, but Dryden looks really cool, and I'm sure it'll be nice to have a copy of it. If you're a fan of the secret rares, then, you know, those are still relatively cheap, too. Laundry Dragonmaid. So, it does look like all the Dragonmaid leaks are legit, including Kitchen, which we'll get to in a second. Chamber Dragonmaid is not in the set for anyone that thought it would be. It was in Eternity Code. It does seem too soon for them to reprint that, but it is a nice addition. I think it'll look a little nicer than the Super, and for those of you that are Dragonmaid collectors, fans, whatever, I'm sure there's a large army of them out there, this makes it a little bit more accessible for you to get your hands on those cards. Though I will warn you, I think Chamber Dragonmaid's going to spike substantially after this, because it's going to be the only one that doesn't have a relatively accessible print. We've got Utopia Lightning. This was an Ultra in Dual Overload, so it's like $1. It shouldn't cost too much, but if you don't have it already or you prefer the gold, there's an alternative for you. Infinite Impermanence. This is huge. I know it's been reprinted a few times, but the value has just gone up. The secrets are about 100. Ultras are between 40 and 45. So hopefully this will bring the price down a little bit. It does look good with the gold. The lighting looks better on this one than it did on Solemn Judgment, so maybe that just sort of skewed my opinion on it initially. I'm just happy to have another Impermanence coming out into the game so that it's more accessible for players, and hopefully at this point that means the next step will be something along the lines of a starter deck or something as a common. We've got Kitchen Dragonmaid, like I said. She looks solid with the gold there. That's going to take the secret way down from the 50, 60 it was at to probably like 25, 30, and this should not be super expensive. But if you want to play that deck, now you don't have to spend excessive amounts of money with the waifu tax. Super Poly, got an ulti print in the OTS, didn't seem to matter. You got it as a gold here, so you got your pick of pretty much almost any rarity you want outside of, no, it came super. I think it might have like every rarity except Ghost and obviously Starlight, so there's another Super Poly you can grab. Totally Awesome is a rare. I'm surprised. I thought they were going to make it a gold, but that's, that's definitely not bad. You see what the rares are going to look like. There's no foil on the picture, but the title is gold, so it's basically like an ultra rare without the shiny on the foil. Not going to complain about a more accessible version of Toad, and now that should, again, make his secret rare copies go down, too. Nibiru, also confirmed. He looks amazing with the gold. The gold effect, just especially around the outside of the border and stuff, just makes it look really good. He was an ulti in the OTS. Some people thought he wouldn't get printed here, but he did. Another really cool card. The tin one was still about 15 bucks. The other one was like 100 and change, so this is good. I'm assuming this will settle somewhere around $10 when all is said and done, so if you wanted a Niburu and you were waiting on a price drop a little bit, this is going to be your opportunity to get one. Forbidden Chalice, not a bad card. It comes in Ultra and Ulti, and I think it might have had a dual terminal, I'm not sure. But this is, a mid-rarity for people that maybe like to hollow their decks out but don't have the money to spend on the excessively expensive copies. And it's just a decent card that counters Zexal and other monsters well. It fades in and out of the format, but Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit with the original art. Now, in all the videos I referenced, I did not see any of the other Ghost Girls, but I assume they're going to be in here. That will obviously be determined when we, get the full leak or the full set list, which shouldn't be too long. But not too shabby with this. I like the original art a lot better, so I'm glad they gave it that one. And this card was cheap, but if you still need one, good opportunity there. Soros Charge Warrior. I don't know what this one was reprinted for. It was in the original premium gold. It's probably was a couple bucks. It's not a bad card, so, I mean, there's going to be filler in every set like this. Droll and Lockbird, that's the alternate art. He's almost got an ulti looking effect there, but it's not ulti. It's just the lighting on the camera angle. I really like this art. I think I like it better than the original, although I'm not sure. I mean, let me know what you guys think there down below if you're interested in this art or if you think the original's better. But it's cool. Again, another card that was a couple bucks for the common and a lot more for the foils. So this gives you another opportunity to get one if you didn't have one already. Skystriker Kagari, we kind of knew this. This was in the Japanese OCG set. This was one of the first gold rares we saw. I kind of figured they would print this. I thought it might get its alternate art, the one we had in Dual Overload. It didn't. That's fine. It's still a really cool card to get an extra copy of for Striker players. Eldlich, the Golden Lord. This one is massive. So people didn't think this was going to be in here because they said, well, there's no way they're going to reprint this because the set just came out this year. It's too soon. He's golden. They referenced it on the stream when the remote duel tournament happened. There was realistically no reason to think this wasn't going to be put in here unless you were naive. Unfortunate for those of you who had it and, it was $100 plus and you didn't sell it, but realistically with no tournaments going on right now, that card's price was just absorbently high, and it's really nice to see that he's getting a reprint. I still expect this card to be pretty pricey for what it's worth. I don't know if it's shorted. As far as I can tell, we don't have any information about ratios yet. If he is shorted, I do expect that he'll still hold value because that is a good deck, and more people will now have access to it. But he is confirmed. He is very golden, and it is cool to see him in here. Arbys Feather Duster. This was basically a lock. You knew when it came off the list that this was going to come back. Now, that should make it so everybody can afford a copy. This probably going to be like 10 bucks. I don't think you're going to be breaking the bank to get a copy of this one. Looks cool as a gold, no complaints. Chaos Dragon Legionnaire. So this is awesome getting its original reprint, which I think is just leagues better than the OG, than the Dual Overload one, I'm sorry. Gold rare, not bad at all. Another decent card to pick up. He's just always going to have use. Beatrice is another huge one. This was starting to see a price spike as well, with Burning Abyss support gaining relevance, and now it's getting another copy. I think this looks better than its original premium gold for sure, because it doesn't have all the secret bordering around the outside, and she's got the wings and stuff of light color, so the gold kind of makes that pop out. I like it a lot. We've got Appaloosa, which, like I said, we already discussed, and then that pretty much brings us back full circle. So that's everything that we went through here. I am a huge fan of the reveals we've seen for this set so far. A couple other things of note that I didn't include in the video because I just thought they were kind of minimal. Chaos Dragon Legionnaires alternate art is in here as well as a gold, so you can get both. Few decent rare reprints like the barrier statues, those are all confirmed. The Medalche Chateau and Hootcake are in here, so there's a lot to like. And once there's a full set list, you know, if there's any notable things that I missed from the videos that aren't covered here, we'll definitely touch on them in a future video, but I wanted to at least put the prominent ones out there. So let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and comment down below. Let me know if you're excited for this set, what you're hoping to get from it, and if you're not excited, then why? What's not in it that you were hoping would be? As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, right here at Love Shack.